For me, the headache started for me because of digestive stomach issues. When people come in with headaches, I have a tendency to say there's three main causes of headaches that I can see, and I'm going to check all of them. The first one is dehydration. So the first step, if you have a headache, would be to start drinking more water or electrolyte with your water, making sure that you are hydrated. If that doesn't do it, the stomach is going to be my second number. And look for what's going on in the stomach to see if that can be causing the headache. And the third one is neck tension. So as a chiropractor, we're highly trained to look for neck tension. And that's what we're going to look at. If we're talking just headache, and if we're talking migraine, we're going to have aura, we're going to have vision issues. That's a different problem, and that might be more affecting the brain. We're going to look at brain function to see what's going on in the brain, to see how to fix the brain.
So is the only difference between a headache and a migraine is the length of time that you're suffering?
There's more to it. I'm not going to be able to give you a full understanding about when the headache become a migraine. But I think the migraine can be more hormonal, more circulatory, more brain inflammation. So it's more advanced than just a headache.
Where do you suggest people turn if they're suffering from either a headache or a migraine? Like, where can they turn other than Advil? Like, who can they go to if they feel like they've done those three options, that they've, looked at hydration, they've looked at their diet, they looked at their lifestyle, they looked at their next situation. Who do they turn to next?
Like me would be a good person. Any kind of chiropractor would be a good person. An acupuncturist. Always start with a doctor that is more holistic minded than a medical doctor that is going to prescribe medication. For taking medication, for me, it's how can we self-regulate the body better? Because your body having headache is not a lack of Advil. Really that the body is calling for something else. It's trying to talk to you. There's something off.
Yeah, so it's just a messenger to let you know something's out of balance and you need to strive to get back into balance.
Yeah. So if you cannot figure it out on your own, start with looking for somebody holistic minded that would be able to look into your system to see where the imbalance is. Headache is a very common in terms of a lot of things. So when you have sinus, you have a headache. When you have digestive issues, you have a headache. When you have neck tension, you have a headache. When you're dehydrated, you have a headache. When you have fatigue, you have a headache. So it's important to go look at what can be creating it. Sorry.
So how often does our headache have to do with the spiritual body, meaning maybe something having to do with our crown chakra? How often should we be looking at something like craniosacral therapy to support or fix our chronic headaches or migraines?
So craniosacral therapy could be used. For me, craniosacral therapy is a holistic mindset. So it's not just looking at headache. And that's what in the holistic mindset is more looking at how the body talks to you and what is it trying to tell you. After that, through that holistic mindset, we're going to look at, is it a physical problem? Is it an emotional problem? Is it a mental problem? Or is it a soul connection problem? If we're talking about the chakras and the crown chakras being disconnected, you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel dismotivated. The headache is not going to be your first symptom.
So if it's really the chakra out of alignment, it's really having to do with energy levels.
Mm-hmm. So it's hard to say, what is what. I would say if an Advil doesn't take away your headache, likely there's another cause that you're not addressing. And the Advil is pretty good at taking care of the physical cause. So it's not a physical cause. It can be emotional, mental, and be spiritual.